Hey guys, I'm coming to you from a dark, stormy day. It's a rainstorm here in Oregon, and it's amazing. It's beautiful. It's perfect. Anyways, coming here to talk about realness versus fake, or faux, if you will. When you go to a store and you buy a pumpkin pie, you go home and it's amazing. But deep down inside is that you went to the store to buy a pumpkin pie. It's either A, you don't know how to bake, or B, you don't feel like you have the time, or you do not have the time to make a cake. So therefore, you have to buy the store-bought stuff. So keep that in your mind frame right now, and think about it. Lately, I have been thinking about realness versus imitations, and does it make it less magical? Does it make less potency? Does it lack of power? And in my heart, it's like yes and no. So let me just give you guys a perfect example, and it's pretty cool. So I'm going to show you an example of, let me kind of tape off the side because it's kind of loose. This is Tiptoes Chick House Purification Incense. I thought this was amazing. I worked with it. Clearly, this is my second bag. And yes, it's kind of hairy because I own cats, and cats like to sleep everywhere in my room. But this is her incense thing. This is my second bag so far that I used. And I got amazing results out of that. And I really like the smell, actually, to be quite frank. It looks like she's got some little bit of lavender in there. I don't know. It's really hard to tell because it's really blended and kind of ground up, which I really like, which made it really easy to pour onto the charcoal. Now, going that way, maybe a little bit complicated, but it's more customized to your needs. On making incense from scratch, like loose incense like that, is amazing. Like I said, amazing because you can customize how much it goes into there. You can customize the smell. You can work with the smokiness of it. Some people like to have a lot of smoke in their incense. That means they like to have a lot of gum into it. And there's a lot of details into it, and I really like doing that sometimes. Plus, you have to get the charcoal disc. You gotta heat that up. You gotta have a heat-proof dish and all this stuff, and sand and all this stuff just to make that. And it's amazing. It's amazing. I'm not Debbie Downing it, but there's some times where I feel like this is just over dramatic. Let's keep it simple. Whatever happened to using regular stick incense? This is a red currant from Walmart for $1. You get 40 sticks. Now, we all know that deep down it's kind of like gum abric soaked into the perfume, and it's lit and you can kind of smell from it, and then that's considered like incense. This gets me thinking. Some people who can't afford certain things has to use this and get the same magic effect as versus to someone who actually build their incense, who has a little more money and effort into it and time into it, that has this equal value of it. So that got me thinking, what the? I remember when I first started practicing witchcraft, it was Dollar Tree for me. It was Dollar Tree. And Dollar Tree is a place where you can go and buy a whole bunch of stuff for $1 each item. Sometimes 2 for $1. And that's what it was with my candles. It was 2 for $1. And I had to use those candles. And sometimes I still use those candles to this day. And I still get the same effect. It's kind of it's all of the practitioner. It's all about the witch on what's what. Sometimes I use simple dollar stuff, and I pretty much just light the incense and let it go and smell the perfume. So what if it's not authentic enough or realness to it? I think it's more of the matter of the smelling it to invoke such thoughts or to think of things. Do that make sense here? I hope I make somewhat sense, because this right now it's like a cloudy storm in my head of like want to say everything at once. I'm not downing anything of those two. I'm not downing any of them, like oils and stuff like that. I'm not downing anything of those. I'm just saying that it's the same effect. It just depends on the practitioner. It really bugs me when someone comes across, and just recently, I just watching other people's YouTube, is just saying that you're not a real witch, or that's not real enough for you to work with. It's not real. Who is anyone to define what works for who, and what is best for them and what's not? It's all about the individual practitioner. And this is one thing I really love about being a witch, is the fact that I get to customize, especially a solitary witch. I get to customize whatever I want. I get to do kind of whatever I want, and I get to cast spells whatever fashion I want, be it nude or clothes. I get to use whatever color candles I want, to use whatever incense I want, to use whatever circle I want, to use whatever I want to actually create the spell. It's the whole intention behind it is more of the thing that I am really worried about, more than using authentic herbs and authentic stones and stuff. Some of it's nice, but some people aren't on budget. So it kind of like hurts me to see such comments on other people's videos about who, like when they're new to the craft, and to other people who actually been in the craft for a while, to peg someone down like that. We were all in that same boat in the beginning. We were all that Dollar Tree witch. We were all that 99-cent store Wiccan. We were all that at one point. We were all having a little small ghetto-ass altar, and bam, it expands over years. And who's to say that what's authentic and not authentic? Who's to say that what works and what doesn't work for other people? Cool if it doesn't work for you. If you're a type of person that likes to use real, loose herbs as incense, and good, it's so good for you. For me, on the other hand, I like to use both. It's all both. Some of it's for like aromatherapy or the smell of during my craft, and some of it's for not. So I hope this video makes sense. And I'm not meaning hurting anyone's feelings. Sorry, I'm getting burpish. I'm drinking too much soda these days. So sorry if it hurts anyone's feelings, but I'm just trying to see why or who can do this to other people. I don't do this to anyone else about that's not real. That won't work. It lacks authenticness, and it's not from your grandmother, and it's not real. It makes me want to slug them in the face. That's how angry I am getting at those people who think they're better than other people, or act snottier. And I think people who act snotty towards other people like that is just because they're lack of, or jealous of, or wanting to be them, and wanting to be in that experience, or just in general, just an ass. So if this makes sense, thumbs up. If it doesn't make sense, thumbs down, and so be it. It's still a vote. I still get paid for that vote. Till then, guys, thank you for watching, subscribing, and liking, and I'll see you around. Peace out.